Ladies and gentlemen, another banger. What can I say? God is good. Another life was changed. And what I want to say is this guy has been going through a lot. Now, the person that you're going to be seeing today that I'm going to be having my call with, he was cheated on badly. He's in his 30s. He's working 96 hours a week, if I remember that correctly. Yes, 96 hours a week. He's trying to get out of that limiting mindset, that he's been having. He seems like he looked like a jack guy. He was pretty disciplined. But the thing is even those people will get very egotistical whenever you call them out on certain things. And this guy has had a lot happen in his life. So my job here was to get him to change his mindset, get him to commit to wanting to change and actually sticking with that change. Because I want him to understand that the situation that happened is not going to be something that continues to hold him back, and it cannot alter his mindset to where he's continuously working these crazy hours knowing it's not healthy and continuing to do that to himself. So watch, you'll see what objection he gives me. Watch, ask me any questions you guys have. I'm more than happy to answer any questions, and y'all check out this video and let me know your thoughts. Peace. Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I most definitely can. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Blessed to be here. I know that you are joining in. Is it off of a laptop or a computer? Or I'm sorry, laptop
Lap-
or
Laptop.
okay. If you can, I would love for you to be able to turn your camera on just so we can be as face to face as possible as we see if this is even going to be a good
It
fit.
looks like I tried on my end. It's
Let's see.
because it showed off and I hit it. It's just going from there we go.
Okay, there we go. Nice to meet with you. Now, these meetings they tend to be about an hour long, so I want to see is there going to be like any distractions or any time constraints that actually come up during the meeting.
No.
Okay, perfect. What I'll tell you is what I like to do on these calls is really just get to know you a little bit better, really find out what your goals are and where you're trying to go. Because honestly, when you may have seen content that we have helped out a lot of people, but there are some people that we can't necessarily help, and I hope that you can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I'm confident that by the end of this conversation I can help you, I'll be more than happy to walk you through how everything works. And if not, I'm a pretty blunt and honest guy. Still try to push you in the best direction that I can. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And is there going to be anybody else that needs to be on this call before a decision can be made, or will it just be you making the decisions yourself?
No, this is me.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm ready to rock and roll if you are.
Good to go.
All right, let's get to it. Well, when it comes to Amazon FBA, I mean, what are you looking to accomplish here? Is it more time, making more money, or just having more freedom?
All of the above. Yeah.
Of
I
course.
uh I don't mind sacrificing time to get it started though.
What is I know you said all three. What does like more freedom look like for you specifically though?
Time at home. Right now I work Monday through Thursday on a 96-hour shift every week. Yeah.
96 hours?
Yeah, straight. I work in EMS.
Hmm.
So
And what do you feel like those 96 hours is taken away from? Like, what are you not able to do that you'd want to do at home?
man, just relaxing at home. To be honest, spending time with the girlfriend, I have a couple dogs. I'd like to be able to schedule more time to fly back home, see parents, friends.
I
So
noticed you said, I know you said you have a girlfriend as well. I mean, how do you feel like that's affecting her with you being gone for, I mean, 96 hours is a lot of time.
yeah, I mean, it's since we started dating, I've had the same schedule, so it's been something we've done since the beginning. It's not a huge issue with us, but I know she'd like more time.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, I know it's not ideal because 96 hours, is it one of those jobs where you can get called in at any moment, or is it like a set amount of time that you're spending?
Yeah, I'm at the station for 4 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much would you say that those 96 hours a week is bringing you every single month after taxes?
It's 7,200 after taxes.
Okay. 7,200. And I noticed, I mean, you said it's not really a big deal for you and your girlfriend right now. What has you wanting to separate yourself from the 96 hours then and, try to find something different?
I'm 30 years old. I can handle it right now. I can't handle it for my whole life. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
the hours can be rough. Like this week that it was okay. We weren't as busy running calls, but last week was, 22 hours a day. So yeah, it was rough.
So, so the 96 hours is like the base, but it can like be more than that.
No, just the amount of time actually running call, like in the ambulance, running calls, transporting patients.
Okay.
It can vary. This week, you know, I had probably over half that time was spent at the station hanging
Mhm.
out, actually doing schoolwork because I'm in paramedic school.
Okay.
But the other half is running calls. Last week it was probably 80 out of the 90 hours we were running calls. So it varies
That's
week
still
to week.
86 hours is a lot. Most people that I speak with, I mean, they're working like 40 to 50 hours. I mean, 96, and you're 30 years old, and I know you have a girlfriend now. Eventually,
Mhm,
you want to get married to your girlfriend eventually. That's the progression of
mhm.
it. You want to have a family in the future, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Do you feel like with the current schedule that you have right now, it would be ideal for that, or what does that look like for you?
No, in EMS it's weird. You can get all sorts of, it's like firemen. You can think EMS is close to like how you think a fire schedule is. So you'd be 2 days on, 4 days off, three
Okay.
days on, 3 days off. It's usually a normal fire schedule. My company does 1 week on, 1 week off, so I do a week straight at home.
Hmm.
Um, but or you could do mine, which is 4 days straight every week. Uh, I don't prefer to do that the rest of my life. No,
Yeah, that's less
I'm
than.
using it as a tool to put money away and make good money right now.
So
Even
this is
though,
more like a part-time thing that turns into like your main business once you see that it actually does work, right?
yeah, that's the goal. Yeah,
Okay.
I I did Airbnb rental arbitrage. I broke about even, so
Hmm.
I have taken that step in other facets before.
How did
Um,
that go?
yeah, I broke even. So, but it was also right as COVID was hitting. So
Mm,
it wasn't the best time when I had gotten started in it. I
right.
also, because of my job and the vaccine, I had to move states because I refused to take California to Texas. Um,
Okay.
so I just, it was tough to run that property or focus on it when I'm out of state,
Yeah.
and I had to rely on a lot of other stuff.
Okay. Now, I will say, I noticed you did say, I mean, that 96 hours thing is going to most definitely shock anybody that you speak to. But I've noticed you said that you're working that. How much time would you have to allocate towards another business model right now? Because with Amazon, I mean, it takes around 15 hours a week to be able
Mhm.
to actually learn the structure and actually, get to the point to where you're doing this full time. How much time would you have available?
It varies week to week at work. So on the weekends, I have more time. That's when I do my schoolwork. I pretty much come home, I do school and spend time with the girlfriend, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but I have plenty of hours still. I don't sleep much, so I just
Wow. At least you're
I
doing that while
just
you're young.
I want my time to be useful, So but like this week at work I would have had 20 plus hours challenge
Okay.
Amazon. Last week I wouldn't have. I would have had zero. So I
Mm.
it would have been all pushed to the weekend if that was something I was committed to.
So that weekend time that you would have with your girlfriend and your dogs. I noticed you said earlier that you were willing to sacrifice time if necessary. So you
Yeah,
willing to put forth the effort and the time that's needed to make this grow then.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Darren, how much would you need to, be making on a monthly basis with your Amazon business for this to really be full time?
If I can get going close to probably 5,000 net,
Okay.
to where I'm close to supplementing the hours, then
Mhm.
I can sink more time into it and, you know, fully commit to replacing it and passing it, I guess it would be the goal.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
mean, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is Amazon that we are talking about though. So when done correctly, this can bring you more than just $5,000 net every month. So is that 5,000 just the end all be all, or where do you really want to be? Because I know you want to make more.
No, that's to when I would feel, if I saw that consistently, I would feel comfortable
Okay.
um having it replace my job.
Okay. So the big
Yeah.
so the big goal, obviously, besides just the $5,000 consistently, would be what, like $10,000 a month, somewhere in that realm.
Yeah. I mean, I could, the goal would be to scale it as much as I possibly can. I wouldn't put a limit on myself. I'm willing to, I'm working 96 hours a week. I'd be
Mhm.
if it took 60 hours a week to make it, if I'm waking up at 4 a.m. and working to 2 in the afternoon every day,
Mhm.
I could scale it to, 30,000 a month, 40,000 a month. It wouldn't bother me at all.
Yeah, under the right system, you most definitely can. But the
Yeah.
goal here is to be able to make as much money as possible without using up majority of the time that you actually have with your loved ones and your dogs and your family as well, right?
Yeah.
Where is it that you wanted to travel to? I noticed you said you wanted to have more time to travel to your family and actually be able to see them.
Well, like I said, I'm up in Southern California,
California.
but I'm in Houston, Texas now. Just
Okay.
more affordable. I, could get a job here without having to do the whole politic vaccine thing going on at the time. But I've enjoyed it, like being able being able to have the income to like really build towards, saving for a house, like all that, way worth it compared to Southern California where I felt like it was paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, I mean,
So
screwing you in Southern California,
yeah,
really California in general. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the Dallas, Texas area, so I know what you mean by a lot cheaper of living rather than
yeah.
California. So for you, Darren, what makes you want to, get extra help, like a mentor, to help you streamline this process rather than trying to figure it out for yourself whenever you do have the time?
Um, I just know the value of it. I mean,
Okay.
in any facet of life, it could be your job, it can be sports growing up. I mean, having a coach is in someone who has a blueprint and they can show you exactly how they got there.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not a big person of wasting time or energy, so
Yeah.
I I uh, I would rather have the answers to the test than guess. You
Yeah,
know,
100%. So with you knowing that, I mean, how long has it been a goal for you to, own your own business online and actually alleviate yourself from 96 hours a week?
um, uh, 5 6 years because I took that step for with Airbnb rental arbitrage about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And then everything kind of crashed around me, so it set me back. Had to start making good income again.
Hmm.
Just right, I'm back in a position to commit to that,
Okay.
financially. So
COVID was a very tough time for a lot of people. I mean, there were people that were losing money. There were people that were their businesses were being ruined, but there were a lot of millionaires that were made during that time as well. So, I mean, it's been 5 to 6 years. Have you tried like a mentor in between that time, or like any other curriculums to help you get there, or has it just been nothing
my,
since then?
my only thing has been get on with a better company, which I found where I could work more hours to make more money, and
Mm-hmm.
then go to paramedic school so I can increase that another 30, 40 grand a year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So it's just been
but
our process.
yeah, it's just been, you always hear, I mean, you need disposable income to start to get started with anything. So,
Well, one thing I'll tell you is this: like, there's a famous Tony Robbins quote, and it says, "The greatest thing that humans have the ability to do is to become resourceful, regardless of what situations we're dealing with or what we actually have." I mean, most of our successful students they didn't have the resources, and they had to go and find a way to make it happen. So you said you wanted this for 5 to 6 years to actually create your own business. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I, give you some feedback on this call?
No. Good.
Okay. Now, Darren, this feedback, it just comes from somebody that has been in your shoes before. I haven't worked 96 hours a week, but I dropped out of college and I didn't necessarily have the resources to actually get my business started, but I knew for a fact that my back was against the wall and I had to figure something out. Now, as I told you, my job here is to, provide the best service possible to you. And if I can't do that, I'm going to move mountains and do everything in my power to still try and help. But Darren, I want you to imagine, you seem like a pretty fit guy as well. Let's just say 5, 6 years ago, I told you I wanted to lose 200 pounds. But all I really tried in that time frame was, maybe I watched a couple of gym videos. I saw other people getting ripped, but I never actually went to the gym and actually tried to hire a personal trainer or some type of mentor to actually help me. Would you say that I did everything in my power to lose those 200 pounds, or do you think there was more that I could have done to get to my goal?
Oh, yeah, it's a total idea.
Okay, and you see where I'm getting at there?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you agree with that?
I mean, you have to actually be in it to make money, right? So
Yeah, you got to
yeah,
put forth
it's
all the
the
effort,
same thing.
especially if you say
Yeah,
that you want something. So,
yeah,
5 or 6 years ago, it's not like a yesterday thing. It's
yeah.
quite a while ago. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I got set back financially. So,
Mhm.
like you 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 take out the business loan, you get started with something, it crashes down. You don't want your credit to tank, so
Mhm.
you're working to pay that off now.
Yeah, of
I don't want to add something to where I'm
course.
drowning in debt. So I had to work
Yeah.
my butt off to pay down
Mhm.
the debt so that in a place where I'm not gonna just crumble
Of
under the weight of it.
because a lot of people
So
do.
I would have, trust me, I would have done it a lot earlier. I'm a someone who would prefer to just
Mhm.
go do it. Uh, the second I had the opportunity to, I tried that
Mhm.
other venture, right? But it just wasn't a smart idea for the
Okay.
next few years. Well, I owe $40,000. Go pull out another 50,000 for this other to where
Mhm.
I'm paying 3,500 a month in paying off loans.
I see. And Darren, trust me, I see what you're saying. That wasn't a knock on your work ethic. You're working 96 hours a week. That is a lot. But I want you to see something. Do you see how that way of thinking has to the point to where you're working 96 hours a week now to pay off the rest of that debt, and you still don't have the time freedom that you want? Because here's the thing. Do you believe that you're somebody that can actually create your own business and actually successfully scale your own business?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Then imagine if you would have started 5 years ago, regardless of what situation you were in, you would be making hundreds of thousands of dollars right now, and that debt would be long behind you to where you wouldn't be working 96 hours a week. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
That's the main thing, and that's why I tell you, we've had a lot of students that have been in horrible positions that have put the time that was necessary to grow their business. So for you, Darren, I know you work hard, and 96 hours a week is no joke at all. But what thought process do you think needs to change to where you can actually, regardless of your situation, start your own business and have a family next year to where you're able to spend more time with your girlfriend and your dogs?
The mindset change. I mean, I think the mindset change is somewhat going there. I mean, just the fact setting this up. Um,
It's the first step, though.
yeah,
Most
that's one
important,
step,
yeah, the
right?
most important
But
steps is what happens
um,
in between that. Because in between you getting to your end goal and you starting is the actions you take in between that. Because if we don't take any actions, you're going to keep working 96 hours a week and you're not going to be able to spend time with your family like you want to. So for
yeah.
you, what needs to change? Because we haven't changed anything yet.
Um, yeah, I mean, for me, the way I do things is baby steps. So it would be one step at a time. I mean, whatever. I don't know what the next step is, right? So, but mindset wise, I'm ready to commit to anything that is required. It's just, yeah, having the blueprint, I guess.
Okay. what makes it so important for you now to, commit to something? Because you don't have to right now. You're making, $7,000 a month. You don't have to change anything. Why is it so important for you now?
I mean, the longer you're in a business, the more potential for growth, like you talked about. If I started 5 years ago,
Mhm.
um, I don't want to be working till I'm 65. So working crazy hours. So um, I felt like I was in a position where I have I'm comfortable with extra income supplementing whatever I need to do to start the
Mhm.
business is
Okay.
pretty much what changed for me compared to paying down the previous loans.
Have you paid all that off yet, or are you still paying that down
No, I
currently?
have about 10,000 left.
Okay. So 10,000
Um,
left, and you're
yeah.
still paying it off. I mean, what makes you feel like, you should invest though into an actual coach? Because there's no guarantee that you investing is going to get you
Mhm.
the skills that you actually would want. So why is it so important for you to take a risk right now when you're still paying off debt?
It will be paid off in a few months. I mean, I have an extra $3,500 per month that is disposable right now, so those will be paid off fairly quickly.
Okay.
Um, and I, I'm someone who's uh, anxious to get started with things. I don't, I don't want to wait. Um, I felt like I was making the responsible decision by waiting
Mhm.
um, till I could get it under control. But yeah, it's not in my nature to be patient in that aspect. I want to always improve, push myself.
Yeah.
So
Because I mean, 96 hours a week. Imagine if you would have put that into a business. Dude, you'd
yeah,
be a millionaire right now, you know?
yeah.
See, the thing that holds a lot of people back is the uncertainty of the steps that they're taking. I noticed you said baby steps, and it's smart to take baby steps. You don't want to just jump straight into something like that. But the thing that holds most people back from even trying is the fear that it won't work out or that they're actually going to fail. So for you, I mean, why not just finish up medical school or, paramedic school
Mhm.
and, just continue on this path right now to where you can make $10,000 a month eventually? Like, why, create a business and add more time to your plate?
I've seen even just like health wise, time wise, I've seen what this career holds. And
What do you mean?
though I enjoy it, it's not something that I'm interested in long term.
What do you mean by health wise with this
I
career?
mean, you're always on the go. So, I mean, it's a lot of work already for me to stay fit and eating the right foods at work, like the bringing 4 days worth of food to work so you're not eating out, being able to bring it on call or whatever is a lot of work. Um, and then the lack of sleep, right? Sleep deprivation that wears on your body over time.
Yeah.
I'm someone who used to be able to work out 6 days a week, cut down to three now. So I work out just every day I'm home, Friday, Saturday,
Mhm.
Sunday. Um, all that stuff. I mean, it's not ideal to be in that long term. That's why you see a lot of people, paramedics, EMTs, they're overweight because they're
Yeah.
being on the go all the time. Um, they have a lot of health issues. So it's not sustainable for a whole career
Yeah.
uh, for you to have a long, fruitful life after working. You
Yeah.
end up retiring and you don't get to enjoy it.
At all. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, I mean, if you've seen, people that that were in the field that, had health issues and they weren't, living a necessarily healthy lifestyle and you've seen it in person.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I would say 90% of the industry is like that.
And that's the tough part about it, because we're told that we're supposed to go, get a job, work until we're about 65 or 70 years old, regardless of what our health condition is, and then finally retire and be happy. But by that time, you're falling asleep on your trips. You're not able to spend time with your family if you want to, and it's just a catastrophe. So for you, Darren, is that something that you see yourself doing for the next couple of years?
Um, I'll do it as long as I need to build money. um, but I want more than that. So, like I said, I'd rather, get started sooner than later.
Okay.
With
So
whatever
aside
else
from,
it takes for me,
yeah.
I'm confident in myself and the
Okay.
work I'll put in. So,
So aside from you not necessarily having the funds and you trying to pay down debt those 5 to 6 years, what else has stopped you from getting a mentor or jumping into a curriculum in your free time?
I mean, I was engaged for a year or two, and she had 4 kids, and you get swept up, working and then family. That's it. That's all you have time for. So, um, that was a big hurdle for me before. So,
Oh, so you were having to manage 4 kids, your fiance, and you were still working your paramedic job as well. Is that correct?
yeah.
Oh, so you really had no time.
Yeah, that's how it felt. Yeah. And, still got cheated on. So,
I'm sorry to hear that.
hey,
It happens to too many
it's
people.
better it happened before I made it official.
Yeah, at least you found that out early. But man, that just took away so much time from you too. And how long was that for?
3 years, pretty much up until last year because I moved here in late or early 2021.
Hmm.
So that's
Yeah, I'm
been for
sorry to hear
about a
that.
year.
Okay. Well, now that that is over, I mean, and that was for three, you said 2 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. I've had this one year where, our finances weren't aligned with my previous relationship. In fact,
Hmm.
she put more stress on it. There's a lot of kids, but she also liked to spend a lot. So
Yeah.
it just prevented me from getting in a place financially where I felt like I wasn't going to drown. So
Mm. Okay, I
um,
see now.
now that I would say my indecision in getting this started is really truly like the last 4 or 5 months is when for Amazon FBA, when I bought the books and I started reading how it works and is this something I could do? Um,
Hmm.
that's been probably about 4 or 5 months of that indecision of like, okay, let me look into this.
Okay. Why Amazon for you though? Like, what makes you feel like this is a good business model for you to follow?
I just for me it was like common sense. Everybody uses it. Everybody you talk to. Um, it's definitely one you see a lot on social media that pops up. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the success stories on social media, but yeah, I mean, it's in every household. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean, you see
um,
trucks, you see Amazon trucks all over the place and different facilities going up all over the place. It's the
mhm.
most successful subscription-based model on the planet. I mean, there's over 100 million Amazon Prime users, not even counting the people that just order on there all the time. So it's more of a good fit for you because you see it all the time and you see the testimonials on social media. And I know you said you bought some books on it as well. So you've just been
Mhm.
doing a lot of research up to this point.
Yep.
Okay. So you feel like now is the time for you to actually get a mentor to take you to that next level to where you have that business that you're able to start.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, walk me through, something that you did for the first time to where, you weren't even the least bit nervous because this is going to be something brand new to you. So it's going to be
Mhm.
scary at times. There's going to be indecision still because that doesn't just leave.
Mhm.
Let's just say, you getting your paramedics, certification. Were you even the least bit nervous before you actually got started?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, you were nervous. Were you scared a little bit? Like, were you unsure if this was the right path for you?
Yeah, you question it. Yeah, I mean, just like I said with the Airbnb rental arbitrage. I
Hmm.
mean, starting that up and actually going to people and having a pitch ready and trying to sell them on, hey, I'm going to rent your property, but I'm going to rent it to other individuals as well. Um, Getting told no a lot, you
Of
know,
course.
that's something that is, um, they don't teach you that in school,
They don't.
like
They don't.
it's okay if you get told no 100 times, but if you get those two yeses, one or two yeses, it's makes it worth it.
Exactly. I mean, how did you feel after going and, having your pitch prepared, going through all those no's and finally getting those yeses? How did that feel for you?
Yeah, getting that one felt good. It felt like something I could grow, if I got better at it.
Yeah. Would you say overcoming that fear, that nervousness was actually worth it?
100%. Yeah.
Why was it worth it for you though?
Um, there's a sense of accomplishment of doing something on your own compared to doing it for someone else.
Mm,
Um,
agreed.
yeah, it's a lack of a better term, a pride feeling, and you feel that the potential for it.
Yeah.
Um,
It makes you see that it's possible.
yeah,
Now, with you overcoming that fear and nervousness and seeing that it was worth it and that you could get yeses, would you say that, it was worth going through all that and pushing through?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask, I mean, this is going to be brand new for you. How is this business model going to be any different from what you've done in the past?
Well, hopefully I don't have to move out of state where I can't manage. you know?
This is all remote. You can do this
Yeah, yeah.
remote, but I'm more so asking like with the nervousness and, the uncertainty and everything that you came
Oh,
through.
it won't be different. I mean, it's gonna be nerve-wracking. But I find the best way to overcome that, to be confident in something is to just do it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like that. That's something you learn growing up. I mean, I wrestled all the way through college, and you know, you just do it. I mean, if you've put in the hard work,
Yeah.
you're confident in your abilities, I guess, to get the job done.
Now,
So
there's no I guess. You're very
yeah,
confident once you put in the work because you know that you can actually achieve it.
yeah,
So how committed are you to making sure that this does work and that you become the free man that you know that you want to become?
yeah. Very. I'm not someone who goes half in. I'll put 100% in with, I'm not going to sacrifice losing my job.
Right, right.
But I will, if I'm able to um, manage this or do research at work,
Hmm.
if maybe I'm not the driver or we're not patient loaded and we're driving an hour and I can put an hour in a few times a day on the way to calls because we do long distance transfers too.
Right.
If I'm able to do that on my phone or whatever, every minute I have, I'll throw into it.
And you most definitely can. That's why I said earlier, this is something that you can do part time and then turn it into your main time thing. So those 15 hours a week, that can be broken up however you best see, because you have a life outside of this. So we're not telling you you have to do it at a certain time. But Darren, let's just say you're able to, overcome the procrastination and, the fears that could possibly come with investing in yourself. And Andrew and our team puts you in a position to where you're making $10,000 a month take home every single month, which is $120,000 for the year, $1.2 million over 10 years. We want to scale up a lot faster than that. I mean, how is that going to change things for you?
I mean, hopefully it changes my, you know, physical, mental, spiritual health. Because even if I make that, you know, through paramedics, I'm losing so much time and sleep and, I mean, time for myself is valuable.
It is.
So that's that will be the main difference for me if it scales to that. That would be close to, what I'm capable of making here uh,
Mm-hmm.
without
Oh, yeah.
super downside, right? So
Yeah, those 96 hours. I mean,
yeah.
with you being able to get more sleep, you being able to be around your girlfriend more often and your dogs, as
Mhm.
well as you being able to travel and go see your family whenever you want to. What type of person would that allow you to become with you having this new freedom?
Oh, and the confidence of, you know, owning my own business
Business.
is, yeah, invaluable, I think. That's
Yeah.
something you can instill in your kids. I mean, that's the main goal, right? Is for me, generational wealth. I want to have a couple kids. I wasn't taught financial literacy. It's something when I was 23 or 24 that I looked up on my own and started investing on my own and opened up my my Roth IRA and doing
Hmm.
all that without ever my family didn't wasn't someone who could teach me all that, and that's something I don't know. You can start teaching kids that at 9, 10 years old, I think. And
Yeah, I mean, kids have iPhones at 8 years old, 7 years old now, so you can
yeah,
most definitely teach them those. But for you, being a swole dad that has his own business, that has all the time freedom to where he can spend with his children and really instill these thought processes in them, how would that make you feel knowing that you actually can be that?
yeah, I mean, everything. That'd be everything.
Yeah, but you know that requires you stepping up though, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people want to do these things. Everybody wants to make $10,000 a month. Everybody wants time freedom, but you and I both know that not everybody does get there, right?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think separates the people that, stay where they're at and the people that actually get to their goals?
Um, I mean, you got to be willing to have those small failures and keep showing up the next day.
Hmm.
I mean, you got to learn from your mistakes, not make the same mistakes over and over again,
Right.
but realize there's going to be lot of them along the way.
And there
Uh,
will be.
yeah. I
So,
mean,
like you
yeah,
said, you have to keep pushing through because a lot of people they quit after their first failure, or even worse, they don't even take the leap of faith that would even allow you to even have those failures in the first place. That's a lot of people. So for you, Darren, what's your girlfriend?
Reese.
Reese?
Hmm.
How would Reese feel knowing that Darren can bring in $10,000 a month every single month, plus more with his own business, and can actually be at home with the family a lot more often?
Yeah, I mean, she would be really happy, and she loves to travel. So if it's something that I could do remotely and get her travel itch here and there,
Yeah,
um, that'd
because
be
as a
nice
man,
for
I
her.
mean, it's your job to provide, and
Yeah,
obviously you already know that because you're already working hard to make sure that you can. But with you being able to do that a lot sooner than 40 years old or even 50 years old, and being able to take Reese on these vacations and actually start a family as soon as you guys would like to, how would that make you feel?
yeah. You get that sense of accomplishment, pride. Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I mean, everybody wants to achieve those goals, but not everybody actually takes the leap of faith to do so. So let's just say for you, Darren, that you don't make any changes. And I like to ask these challenging questions to people because it really shows to me that the people who are even able to answer these questions and explore the other side of the coin, they're typically the ones that actually get to the goals that they have and the life that they actually want. So for you, let's just say, for the next couple of years, you don't make any changes and you continue to work 96 hours a week. You're trying to complete your paramedics, program, school, and, time just keeps going by. What does that even look like for you for the next couple of years?
it would be exactly what I'm already doing, which would be I'd get even more anxious. you know,
Mm.
like that's where I'm at. Is no, yeah, I realize I'm making good money, but I also see how detrimental it is to all the other aspects of my life. So
Yeah.
um,
And
money isn't everything. So
money isn't everything. Time isn't,
freedom and time is much more valuable.
and
So
that's something that you can never get back.
yeah,
And I know you were laughing about it a little bit, but this is real life. Like this is serious. Because you just said it. You went from working out 6 days a week to 3 days a week. And I know for a fact, as somebody else that is a gym head as well, that heavily affects your mental. So
big time.
how would you feel knowing that you could have made a change, but you continue to let it go on for, years and it eats into your physique and your mental?
Yeah, I would, I'd have some regret is I guess the bottom line there.
Yeah. And I don't mean to put you on a spot with that, Darren, but is that
No,
something that you're just willing to settle for?
no, not at all.
Okay. But why though? Because like you said, you're making good money. You're already in school to try to finish your program. Why not just keep doing what everybody else is doing?
Um, it's not sustainable. I mean, in my case, like I know some people are probably making close to what I'm making and working 40 hours a week, and maybe they're happy with their extra time,
Mm,
but this isn't sustainable long term for me, and I'm aware of that. I'm using it because I'm capable right now, but it, like I said, um, like you said, in 5 years, that that long term effect on my health could be huge. So,
yeah, it
um,
shocks a lot of people because it's way bigger than they even imagined. So
yeah.
can I ask you, Dan, with you knowing these things, who is in control of whether or not you do go and achieve the goals that you have set in mind, and don't
Oh,
allow these next couple of years to look like the last couple of years?
I'm in control. It's all on me.
Yeah, it's all 100% on you. And if
Mhm.
you're in control of this for yourself, the future health that you have as well in your future family is a time that you honestly draw a line in the sand and don't allow any other distractions to stop you from getting to the point where you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask, I mean, because you don't have to. Like I said, this is going to be a brand new thing for you. You're going to be a business owner now. You don't have to be a business owner. Why actually do that?
Well, that's what I want. Yeah, I don't have to do it, but that's what I want. And I want the things that come along with it, which is what we've talked about. You know, I'm
Okay.
not running from the work,
Hmm.
but I do want to have that freedom, that time. Um, that's the main goal. Is you want money, freedom, time, and
Yeah,
right now I'm only checking one of those boxes.
money.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Well, we would love to talk about exactly how we can actually help you achieve this goal of owning your own business and successfully scaling it. So let's talk about exactly what it is that we provide and how we can actually help you get there. Would that be appropriate?
Yeah,
And are you going to be taking any notes?
100. All right, I'm ready to go. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to let me know. I want to make sure you're up to speed as possible with what it is that we're providing. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And you can hear me perfectly?
Yep.
All right. Now, when it comes to Amazon, you have two different sides. Now, at this point, we've covered everything that needs to happen to get you to the point to where you're able to travel more. You're able to not work 96 hours a week. You're able to go and see your family more often than not. You don't have to be sleep deprived. And you're able to go and get six days a week in the gym, even more if you would like to, and work from anywhere in the world that you want to. I don't have much else for you. If you're happy enough, I can walk through the next steps, answer any questions that you have, and let you see what that looks like. Does it sound like a plan?
Yeah. Keep going.
And do you have any questions so far about what exactly is being provided?
No, I think that's pretty thorough. Yeah. I
Okay.
My only questions moving forward are obviously I think I'm just gonna let you keep going.
Okay.
It's gonna be clearly finance related, how much this is gonna cost and
Okay.
um all that. So
And here's what I'll tell you, Darren. I've appreciated and I have enjoyed the conversation so far. Being able to see somebody else that doesn't want to be a part of the rat race and work until they're 65 and actually break free of that is very refreshing because a lot of people are comfortable being uncomfortable nowadays. One thing that's going to be really big for you though is what even happens next. What happens now is our running through the program and really break down the financing to show you how everything works. But ultimately, that fear and the procrastination and the doubt is not going to go away. And that's because you are a human being. So it's going to come up regardless. Now, when that does happen, Darren, you have two choices. You can either allow that fear and that doubt and the procrastination to keep you working 96 hours a week to where you don't have the freedom that you want, or you can take a leap of faith, get the right guidance, and make a better decision for yourself and your future family as well, and your health. But ultimately, like I said, that fear, procrastination, and doubt is going to come up regardless. So, are you somebody who's going to allow that fear and all the limiting beliefs to stop you from getting to where you want to be, or are you somebody who's going to attack it head on and do what you know is necessary?
I'm the second one. Let's yeah, let's
Okay.
hear it.
All right. I mean,
I'm
I'm asking because it does sound a lot easier said than done. So, what are you going to do in that moment to attack the fear head on and not allow it to stop you anymore?
like I said, I'm someone who I know I'm gonna run into that stuff.
Hmm.
It's if I have the resources to figure out why I did something wrong, I correlated it a lot, like I said, to you grow up an athlete, whatever sport you're in.
Mhm.
Um, if someone is there to help you, hey, this is what you did wrong. Like that's all you need as long as you're willing to learn. So
Exactly.
that that's it. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing wrong, you're gonna keep making the same mistakes. But
Exactly.
that's why mentorship is for me the best route. I don't want to just buy a course somewhere and then I don't know where I'm messing up along the
Yeah.
way.
Okay. Well, then here's what I'll tell you then. For the curriculum, it is a one-time investment of $7,500, but Andrew allows me to do on this call for the students that decide to put a line in the sand and want to actually take action is he allows me to take off $2,500, bringing it to a one-time $5,000 investment that can be broken up into a multitude of different ways. So as you're actually making money with the business, you're able to pay that down as you see fit so that you're able to see that this business actually does work. Because we've seen that the students who make decisive changes tend to get the best results. How does that land with you?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, worst case scenario, I have the money to pay $900 a month for mentorship. You know,
Okay.
I mean, even if the business doesn't work, I can, I can break that up.
Well, I'll
Um,
tell you this. The
so
business does work. It's all
yeah,
about if you're willing to actually implement and learn the entire system. And are you willing to actually do so?
100%. Yeah,
Okay. Then, Darren, can I be the first person to actually welcome you onto the family?
yeah, man. Let's
What I can tell you is if you're willing to trust in us and put forth the effort, I promise you, my man, you're going to stop working 95, 96 hours a week. Nobody should do that. Obviously, you're strong and you're tougher than a lot of other people, but this isn't something that you should just continue for the rest of your life because your family's going to need you when you actually decide to have one. So
I
I'm very happy that you're deciding to take this leap of faith with us. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Please reach out to us and let us know if there's anything that you're struggling with. And I can't wait to see where this business takes you, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, perfect. Well, I'll be speaking with you soon. Stay safe, be blessed, and I can't wait to see where this business takes you, okay?
All right, thanks, man.
Of course, stay safe, man. I'll talk with you soon.
You too.
All right.